The term petrodollar contract generally refers to the practice of pricing and selling oil exclusively in US dollars, a system that emerged in the 1970s. Here's an overview. 1. Historical background. In the early 1970s, major oil-producing countries, particularly those in the Middle East, agreed to price their oil exports in US dollars. This agreement was solidified after the collapse of the Bretton Woods system, where the US dollar was no longer convertible to gold, leading to a floating exchange rate system. 2. US and Saudi Arabia agreement. The US reached a deal with Saudi Arabia in the mid-1970s. The essence of the deal was that Saudi Arabia would price its oil sales exclusively in US dollars and invest its surplus oil revenues in US Treasuries and other US assets. This system was subsequently adopted by other OPEC, Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries members. 3. Economic implications. Global demand for US dollars. Since oil is a vital commodity for every economy, the demand for US dollars remains high as countries need dollars to purchase oil. Trade imbalances. Oil exporting countries accumulate large amounts of US dollars, which they often reinvest in US assets, creating a form of financial interdependence. US economic dominance. The petrodollar system has helped maintain the US dollar's status as the world's primary reserve currency, giving the US significant economic advantages, including lower borrowing costs. 4. Geopolitical influence. The petrodollar system has also had geopolitical implications, reinforcing US alliances with key oil-producing countries in the Middle East. It has also played a role in the US foreign policy strategy, particularly in relation to energy security and the stabilization of global oil markets. 5. Current trends and challenges. Diversification. Some countries are exploring alternatives to the US dollar for oil transactions, such as the euro, Chinese yuan, or cryptocurrencies, as part of a broader trend towards diversifying away from the dollar. Economic sanctions. US sanctions on countries like Iran and Russia have prompted these countries to seek alternatives to the petrodollar system to avoid economic isolation. The petrodollar system has been a cornerstone of the global financial architecture for decades, influencing international trade, finance, and geopolitics significantly.